What's going on, guys? Seth from Schmick Squadron, and today I'm coming at you with my deck that I brought to Regional a couple weeks ago. I got 66th place, so I was one game away from getting like top 32 and getting an invite.
Oh boy, he almost did it.
I almost did it.
He would have been the first one of our squad to actually do it.
I actually got 2 losses, 2 ties. The 2 ties
So what was your actual record?
Actual record was 4-2-2.
Ooh.
One of the matches I lost to a judge call because I left some cards out.
Oh man,
which was
you scrubbed.
Yeah, I scrubbed it out.
But you actually did pretty well.
Yeah.
Especially since this was the first regional where Raging Tempest was legal.
Yep.
And you decided to play what?
I decided to play 60 card Grass Infernoid.
All right.
And it worked out pretty well.
Better than me. I dropped out with ABC.
Yeah. But this is also a deck that I, 2 weeks later, like last week, also won a box, did a win-a-box tournament, so that was pretty cool.
That really helped me out more than him, because that box was Fusion Enforcers, and they got me all of my fluffle
They
stuff.
did give me a choice to get Raging Temp, but...
really?
Yeah, Alfie was all like, no, get the Fusion Enforcer. I was like, fine. But anyways,
Alfie Dacluson.
Yep. Let's get right into it so I don't take up too much of your time. So, of course, we have the best Infernoid in the deck by far. We have 3 Decatron. I mean...
You can see the shadow of my phone right here.
He's literally the best Infernoid. Like, he can become any Infernoid.
I don't think that needs any discussion.
Yeah.
It's Decatron.
It's Decatron. He's just really good. Then I have 1 Pyramias. This card's actually
what in the hell?
This card's
is
insane.
What is this?
This card's really good, actually. So what it does is just for banishing, you can target a face-up card and bounce it back to their hand.
Oh, I've never seen this before.
So
what the heck is
if
that?
you don't get Harmadic or something, like let's say you don't have Harmadic or you don't have Decatron, but you have this guy, he demands an answer from Trident. So he's really, really good. After that, we have probably my least favorite, is Antra. He's good, but I'd say he's like the least good, if not then Petrulia, but he just basically, bounces a set card. That's all he does. Like, it's alright.
Is he really just there for like...
He's there for a name.
There for a name and like fodder to like some of the other guys?
Yeah, he's a level 3, he's a level 3 too, so in the Zoo, deck, which I think is the superior version, Infernoid Zoo. If you have Decatron, you can send this with Harmadic, and that's a free saber. So that's a free MX saber. So continuing on, 3 Harmadic. This card's really good. I love Harmadic. Again, he's another card that demands an answer from Trident, or he demands a strike. Like, he demands some sort of answer. That's the best part about him. Like, he demands something from the opponent. If you put him on field, they can't leave him there for free. And then 3 Petrulia. This card, again, he's pretty alright. Pop back row, pop a spell or trap card, not bad. Out to anti-spell and like messes up pendulums a lot, so he's really good. And then one of my actually favorites is Sijet. A lot of people sleep on this card. Like, a lot of people, like, honestly, even a lot of Noid players don't really like him, but I really have come to like him.
This is only seeing play now because of the new trap, right?
Yeah. The new trap, and I guess Grass for a name. But honestly, the card's really good. It, like, creates some sort of decent pressure, because when he declares an attack, like, he doesn't even have to go through with it. If he declares it, your opponent has to banish an extra deck monster. And for Zoo, that can be huge. Like, banishing any amount is just, like, you're getting rid of their amount of resources. And in this meta, it's kind of a resource game. So I really like him. And then I think the next, like, best is Sightsimus. This dude's insane.
Oh, yeah.
You hit him, he's 26, so he's not the biggest thing, but you attack a monster, and you get, at the end of the battle phase, you get to banish a card on the field that's non-targeting.
Oh, it's not, don't target.
Yeah, it doesn't target.
Gosh.
That's super good. Sightsimus is insane. And then Atondal, he's just there for OTK, basically. Like, attack a monster, get effect, can attack again. Like, not bad. And then we have our bombs, which is 2 Devieti. He's your Heavy Storm and Monster Negator.
Only 2. Why not 3?
I just feel like he's like compared to Onaku, like you just don't need him as much. Like some people even put him to 1. Like in the Zoo variant,
really?
Yeah. Some in the Zoo variant, some people will put him to 1, and I've seen some builds in 60 where they only put him to 1 because they feel like they only need to put him out once. But I'd like to see him. Like 2 is there because I want to see him.
I would assume that this card being like one of the better Infernoids, you might want to see it more often.
Yeah, he's a big bomb. He's a bomb. He's
kind of want to organize this. Yeah, they're kind of getting all over the place. Yeah,
he's the shit.
Like, look at a nice little
Deviati's pretty cool.
Ultra.
And then of course we have our last ones rounding up the Noids. We have 3 Onaku.
Why are they not all ultimates?
Because I can't spend that much money, even though he's like only 16 for ulti, but still. I mean, he's another bomb, and he, like, for Zodiac, he's really good. Like, pretty much Deviati and Onaku, like, both are like Harmadic where they demand the answer. If your opponent wants you to blow up their back row and they don't have an answer for him, by all means, that's fine. And if they want to activate a monster in response, I'll negate it and then I'll put him out. Like, it's pretty good. Onaku's pretty good, and 3 because you want to see him for sure. And the other reason for 2 Deviati is you don't want to run out of, like, you want to have one in deck for Imagination if you ever need Imagination. So after that, we have
oh fuck this card.
This card's so insane.
Why is it not once per turn?
This card, like, I've questioned putting this thing at 3, but honestly, the third one usually never really comes up. Like, I don't really need it, but maybe there's an argument to have it at 3 to see it when you mill it, and I have coming into that, but...
Oh, hold on, there's something I gotta do with this.
Excuse me, sir, that's my card.
Well, you know what? To the trash it belongs.
No, this card's too good to be in the trash. This card's just insane. Especially...
It should...
This card should definitely be once per turn.
It needs to be limited.
But for the best, like,
needs to go.
The best part is he can be tagged with him or with him, and during your opponent's turn, you can use Sights and Misses effect to tribute it, send it back to grave,
and then just banish more stuff,
and then bring it back.
Book of Moon, your shit.
So, like, if it's in grave, Book of Moon effect. Bring it back to grave, Book of Moon again. Like, it's just insane. It's actually insane. Like, what the heck? This card's way too good. Just way too good. And then, of course, since this deck likes to go second a lot, and because this card really answers the meta very well, we have 2 Max C. I mean, Max C should just be ran in every deck.
Gold rares. I have to run gold rares because I'm cheap.
Yeah, I got a gold rare and a super. I can't.
At least both of mine are gold rare, so they match.
Yeah, they match. I don't care about matching rarities at all. Then, of course, we have the next best card in the deck, if not best card.
That's all the monsters.
Yeah, that's all the monsters.
Okay.
I couldn't give you the exact count because I didn't count them, but it's definitely over 30. Actually, it's like either 28 or 32. I think somewhere in that range. We're on 3. Don't mind this. Okay.
Redux. Get in that picture.
During the tournaments, okay, I had my grasp, but I lent one to.
You were borrowing a third copy.
Yeah, I was borrowing a third, and I gave another copy to a friend. So I'm just left with 2, and the other one, my friend's left with 2.
This card's also insane, and it's also not once per turn. So it's like, oh, you want to negate it? Okay. Activate a second copy,
but
more
than half of the time, except probably 100% of the time, I've never had this negated because I just always bait out all their crap and then I use it. Like, when I activated this card in tournament, I won. That simple as that. Like,
oh yeah,
only time
you've told me stories at the regional of just like, oh, you just dropped this and you won.
Yeah, like.
There was nothing your opponent could have done.
Pretty much. Like, the only thing about this card, the only time I actually lost with this card was someone flipped Vanities. And you can't, with this deck, it's so hard to win against Vanities. Like, a lot of decks can't out Vanities immediately, but this deck really has a hard time with it. So we have 3 grass. But mind you, during the tournaments, I definitely had 3 grass. Then, of course, we have our second copy of grass, Left Arm Offering. I mean,
obvious.
Yeah, this is just obvious. Then we have Void Imagine. Dude, this card's also insane. This is so dumb. It's a Shaddoll Fusion. Your opponent has a extra deck monster on their side of the field and you don't. You can use this to send 6 Infernoids from the deck to the grave to send out this. To send out a Tiara. And I've summoned her way more than I actually care to admit. But card's insane. Card's actually insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
And it offers...
This deck is insane.
Yeah, it also offers OTKs, because all your Infernoids become level 1. And, yeah, with Snow in the deck, if you, spam out a bunch of Noids and then Snow, you can banish this off field, and then all their damage becomes full again. It's ridiculous. And then this is your Searcher. This card's insane. Just discard a card, search. That simple. The other second effect's kind of cool. Like, if you attack, you can get rid of this card, and the 2 other cards that attack banish. It's alright. You don't usually use it for that, though. And then we have 2 Voids here, my bad. We have 2 Voids here. This card... People, if you don't run this card in Noid, that's fine, but honestly, in my opinion, you should. This card's way too good to pass up.
Get a little closer.
It is literally Infestation Pandemic, but better. In pretty much every way, except the only thing is you target one of your Infernoids, but that's fine considering you can target your Atondal or your Saitsumis, or better yet, your Devyati and Anaku, blow up their field, and then this is there to protect them, and they can't do anything about it. It's really good. And then you can use this card. You can use this card against Strike. If someone tries to strike your an Onaku or Devyati, you can use this from grave to protect them.
But
it doesn't matter the spell. That doesn't matter the speed. You just get rid of it from grave.
What?
I had a judge call me on that.
Oh my gosh.
I had a player call me on that, and judge came over and said, yeah, that was fine.
What the fuck?
So, pretty decent. 3 Twin Twister, because I really don't want to run into Vanity's Fiend all the time, or Vanity's Emptiness all the time and lose to it, so yeah. That's that. Otherwise, I have Devyati to deal with back row. Double Pot, just to run into our cards faster, especially Grass. Honestly, you could switch this out for a card that I've been trying out on YGO Pro. Hand Destruction, or Card Destruction, whichever one. To discard 2 and draw 2. It's really good. You have 2 Infernoids that go to grave, and then you draw 2. And then you don't have to banish a bunch of stuff. Not bad. Then we get into our one-ofs for spells. Reasoning, Monster Gate, self-explanatory.
Yeah, those are self-explanatory for Infernoids.
Foolish, it's just good. Burial, insane. This card can also help in the mirror match to out-resource the other person. It's just really, really good. 1 Instant Fusion, just in case I ever ran into the moment where, I had Snow in grave, and, I already used her effect to tribute her, or she was just in grave, and I could go for Norden, and maybe go for, Abyss Dweller, or just something that was good. Just a good rank 4. Most of the time I cited this out, though. Same with Pot of Desires. A lot of the times I cited those out, and they just made easy cite outs. Raigeki, because Raigeki and 1 for 1. 1 for 1's probably the least good out of these. It's the least good one, except for Instant Fusion. But, it's still too good to not play, basically. So, there's that. And then we run 3 Traps, which is just 3 Void Feast, because... this card's stupid.
It is stupid.
You can summon 2 Decatron and a Sajet and make them 1 Onaku, 1 Devyat. This is stupid. Even if you already have a monster on board. That's insane.
And that's 60 cards, right?
That is all 60 cards.
Oh my gosh.
Count it out, that is 60 cards. Yeah, look at that shit. 60 cards, boys. My god. This deck's just Awesome. Then we go over into our extra deck. Black Rose, Scarlight. I mean, Black Rose, Blow Up Field, Scarlight, just because it's a level 8, and why not? I have an Omega here, but I don't have it on me right now, so just to imagine there's an Omega there.
There he is. There's the Omega. We had to censor him.
Dante, just in case I run into a rank 3 Abyss Dweller. Dark Rebellion helps with killing OTKs. Levier is insane because you can bring back Decatron and use its effect. Utopia package. A lot of the time, if I ever summon Tiara, I would get rid of this card, Omega, and the other Tiara because this is just free. You can run another card instead of him, but whatever. Norden because instant fusion, and 2 Tiara because that's what most people play. And Tiara is also pretty decent effect.
And for the side?
For the side, we have 2 system downs in case you play against Cosmo or ABC. If you play against ABC, you should win anyways. It's an easy matchup. So yeah, 2 Lava Golem just for going second. And if you're playing generally against DDD or something like that, or even sometimes like Rogue decks, because this you don't really normal summon in the deck, so why not? Kaiju, Insane, Game Sealer.
Your favorite card.
My favorite card. Denko Seka. I mean, no back row for you. Ghost Ogre to disrupt Zoo, and Dark Hole to deal with Zoo. Like, this is what
this is all for Zoo.
This is generally for Zoo, but even some of the other times, like, I just side this for other decks, because Dark Hole right now is just really good. Like, especially during the tournaments, it was just good.
Was that 15 cards?
No, it wasn't. I didn't have a full thing.
Oh, you savage.
Yeah. If anything, I would have put in Lancias. Like, Lancias...
Oh, they're cheap.
Yeah, Lancias are super cheap. Like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 Lancia.
Yeah, you got the 3 Lancia.
Pretty much 3 Lancia. If anything, though, you could also take this out, or you could take out the Lava Golems if you wanted to, and put in Magical Spring for Pendulums, but, you know, whatevs.
Any final words?
Deck's insane. Deck's really fun. Like, people call it luck sack, but I mean, yeah, you use your Grass is Greener and Reasoning to, you know, get a bunch of stuff in grave, but it's also how you use your resources. It's really a resourceful deck, and you have to play around that. You can't just keep getting rid of stuff and expecting to win. And the only other thing I would say is try out the Zoo Infernoid build if you have the money for that, because honestly, I think it's the superior version, and it just... There's a lot of plays you can do with it, and it just overall helps the speed of the deck, and also deals with vanities a little bit better. But, I mean, that's it. Yeah, I like the deck. It's insane. Try it out if you ever, you know, can borrow the cards or buy the cards. And until then, thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and see you next time.